What's up, Glow Squad? It's your girl, Erica. So today I decided to go live today. Now, I do not like to go live only because I don't know, all of the interruptions and just, especially I'm not home. I'm actually at my aunt's house. Hence, decoration is different than what I usually have. And, there are other people here, so they tend to come in and out of the area. So it's just all over the place. But we're gonna go ahead and start with what I came on live to do. Okay. So today on this live video, if you all are catching this live, make sure you, I don't know, say hello in the comment section. If you are not catching this live, hey, just put like an emoji. Inappropriate. It has to be an appropriate, not inappropriate, but an appropriate emoji. Okay, like the waving emoji. Okay, something like that. But if you are catching this live, say hi. Um, so okay, it has been a crazy year so far. The year started out pretty rough. Those first two weeks, I mean, we were home, but it was still rough. It was still rough. But hey, we have like 11 more months, right, to make it right. So if you have not made your vision board, make your vision boards. Make sure you make your vision boards. Make sure you are saving your money this year. Don't make a whole bunch of New Year's resolutions and you don't follow through. So you got to do measurable things that you can actually do. Okay. So with that being said, happy New Year to all of you out there. Happy New Year. Make sure you say it back. Don't just call for all the views that have been given. My God, participate. Participate. Say something in the comment section. Wave, say something. But I'm not sure how long I'll be live, but I do have a topic on tonight, okay? And it is how education has been impacted by the pandemic. So, education after the pandemic, okay? So, since I am a teacher, I thought this would be a great topic to discuss on today, this year 2023. Y'all, it has been definitely a crazy. I keep turning around because, my computer's there and all of my notes are there for me to keep up with. So I don't get off topic too much. But this is year 2023 and we are still being affected or we are still impacted, okay, by the pandemic. And as a teacher, firsthand, I have gotten the firsthand. Let me tell y'all something. COVID hit during my first year as a teacher, not my first year in the education world. I was a substitute teacher for 3 years, and then I was a para for 3 years, and then I became a teacher. On the 7th year in education, I finally became a teacher. I finally said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. And then, boom, like the pandemic hit during my first year of teaching. I'm talking about we just got off winter break. Okay, we came back, a month went by, and then it was like, nope, we're shutting down everything. And so the I had like firsthand into like everything that happened. And so what I saw was how the pandemic literally affected education. It's bad. And the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is the fact that students are behind. They are really, really behind. Like educationally, like just all kind of ways. These kids, they are behind. Um, I mean, I said educationally, but academically, they are behind. Yeah, they are growing up. Yes, they have phones, they have computers, they are good with technology, but they're behind. These kids can't read. They cannot write. What I want you to think about this. In 2020, the school year that the kids were in, halfway through the pandemic hit and they had to finish everything online. Like who who finished their work online in 2019? Nobody. Which teacher actually gave well thought out lessons during 2019, that half a year when COVID first hit? No, we were all scared for our lives. We were all trying to figure out how we were gonna do it, which we had no idea. And so halfway through the year, I mean, halfway through the year, it was like, oh my. None of us knew what we were doing. The kids didn't know. They acted like they didn't know how to log in and find Canvas. And of course, um even when they did find it, they couldn't find their lessons. They didn't know how their assignments work. We tried our best to have classes online. It was just bad all the way around. And of course, parents thought it was the best thing. Well, the kids are home, so they can just be doing home stuff. They can be washing dishes. They can be doing all of these things. Y'all trying to get them to be online to go to school, but no, they can be. It was crazy. So that was the first year, 2019, 2019, 2020. 2020, 2021, that was the simultaneous teaching, right? So a lot of the kids, they hate school anyway. So they decided that I'm just going to be home. It's better for me at home anyway because I don't want to be at that schoolhouse. So I'm going to be home. So that's what they decided to do. Stay home. And when they stayed home, we were forced to make lesson plans for kids who are at home. You know, we Diane. Excuse me, y'all. Give me 1 second. We Diane. Close the door, please. I told y'all I'm not home. I'm not home, and I needed to do this live video, and I have no other time to do it. But, whew. So 2020 and 2021, the simultaneous teaching, of course, now we have kids who are there. They're there in class, but they're really not. They're really not. So I'm talking about I taught an online theater class. It was simultaneous teaching. I had like 7 kids in class, and then the rest of them were online. Like a good 20 something online. Same thing for the English classes. I had 5 in class, 25 online. And most of my lessons, they were online for everybody to participate in, the in-class students and online students. And they hated it. Okay, they hated it so much. But they participated. They tried their best. But kids were falling asleep online. Um, we try to make it mandatory for them to turn their videos on. If they didn't turn their videos on, of course, we could just go ahead and just, get them off the live, kick them off the live, or whatever the case might be. But then it's like, that's your fault. You kicked them off the live. So if they didn't get the material, that's you. It's like it was just bad. So one day I was like, I need everybody to turn on their videos. These kids turn on their videos. This boy was on top of a trampoline. He was jumping up and down on that trampoline. I mean, he was having fun. I'm like, well, what are you doing? He's like, I'm listening. I can actually hear you. Basically, he has his earbuds in and he was jumping on the trampoline. Like, basically, simultaneous teaching 2021 sucked. It sucked. Okay. Now, both of those years, I mean, it was just crazy. They were just bad. And then 22, no, 21, 22, 2021 and 2022 school year, that was the first year that the kids got back on campus. And honestly, they acted like they don't know what school was. They didn't know how to act. They didn't know how to talk to people. They didn't know what respect was. They didn't understand what school meant. They looking like, you expect me to do work? Like, I literally been home for 2 years not doing work, and you expect me to work? Like, oh my gosh, this is beneath me. Like, you expect me to come to class. You expect me to read. You expect me to write. You expect me to pass your class. So they came to school. They came to school to sleep. They came to school and they didn't do much. It was just it was just terrible. 2021, 2022, just bad. And right now, we are in 2022, 2023. Do we have a hang of it? No. These kids still don't want to do anything. They still don't want to do anything. Some days I ask them, why are you here? Some of them say their parents made them come. It's literally, it is the saddest part of education. Y'all know I talk about this all the time. I am from Haiti, where we have to pay for schooling. It is very expensive. And then after you pay for the school, you got to make sure you buy uniforms. And the uniforms are like not like over here. It's not like you can go to Walmart and buy some khaki pants and then go to the school and buy the t-shirts for you to wear at the school. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. That is not how it works at all. How it works is you go to the fabric store, kind of like Joann's fabric, right? You get the fabric, you find your tailor, and they actually have to tailor made those uniforms. Those uniforms, they are not pre-made at all. You have to get them made. And then you have to go to the bookstores or in the areas where they sell books, and you have to buy those books out of pockets. You have to buy all school items and you have to pay for that school, whether it is every quarter you have to pay for it, every semester you have to pay for it, or every month you have to, whatever payment plan you arrange with these people, that's how you do it. This is why so many people in Haiti are illiterate. This is why so many people in third world countries or countries outside of the United States where they have to pay for school. This is why it's like, you know, they gotta pay. And so they respect education. So they put their best foot forward. When they come to class, like, they expect you to teach them something. They come ready to learn something. Rarely you will find like one or two students who are like, I don't really care about being here. My parents are making me being here. Rarely. And even if it's a lot of them who say they don't want to be there and everything else in between, all they got to look around them and see how the country is and everything, and then realize they need a diploma to get a job. They need a degree to do what they need to do, or they won't make it. But here in America, it's different. The mindset is different. Education is free for everybody. No one has to work at getting an education. I'm sorry for saying that as a teacher, but nobody has to work hard to get an education because it's free. And when I say an education, I mean a high school diploma. I'm not talking about above, from there, up from there. I'm talking about a high school diploma. No one no one in America has to work hard. They work hard because their parents make them, of course, especially those of us like me who came from like other countries outside of this country. Our parents, they push us. Oh, they push us. They push us. They push us. They want us to be great. Okay? They want us to do our best. They want us to win this race. And so they push us, which is amazing, which is so amazing. Okay? They pushed us. But when I look at the people here, I'm just like, y'all, as a teacher, I'm stressed out to see how much kids do not want to learn. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to do the work. They don't even want to try. And then of course, the district come and and they saying, well, what have you tried? You don't think I done tried like a whole bunch of stuff? I mean, yeah, y'all doing y'all job. Y'all have to ask me what I've been trying, which, but y'all catch me on the wrong day. Ooh, I'm gonna go off on somebody. I am gonna go off on somebody and tell you about your mama. Because listen, listen. It is a sad time right now in the education world. So this year, it is the worst that I've ever seen after the pandemic. It is the worst. No one wants to be at school. Now, I've had that problem before where the kids didn't want to learn, you know. But this year it's bad. Oh, and the kids are so disrespectful. They don't listen. The parents will cuss you out of nowhere. Like it is just really bad. And so this is why, and then the reason why it's really bad this year is because these kids don't know how to read. A lot of the kids that we have in the school system cannot read, or they can't read well. They can't read well, and they cannot write well. And I feel bad for college professors. I feel bad for their college professors. That's one thing. I also feel bad for them, the ones that are going to go to college. I feel bad for them because college professors, they have no mercies. Okay? They have no mercy at all. No mercy. They will throw you under the bus. They will tell you you suck at writing. I don't understand why you ever decided to come to college. Like they will literally, because they just like, I don't understand. But a lot of them have been teaching college for so long, they don't know what we are dealing with as high school teachers. We give the assignments, we give the tools, we try to teach the kids, but they don't care. They don't do it. They don't do it, and they don't mind passing with a D. That's another thing. They don't mind passing with a D. This is why a lot of kids are behind. So it's hard for them to pass exams. It's hard. It's so hard for them. But I'm gonna move on from this topic. I could go on and on about how and why the kids are behind, and this video is not necessarily what I can do to get them from being behind, but I just want you to know, like, they are definitely behind. They are definitely um they are definitely behind. So the next one, so during the pandemic, one thing that the kids learn is that so students learn they can get by without all the requirements in extreme circumstances. Okay. So, what I've been hearing from some of them is when they get to be seniors, they feel that the school is basically going to be breaking necks and breaking backs to get them to graduate anyway. And so they could care less if they do well now. And I'm going to tell you what's wrong with that mindset. What's wrong with that mindset is that, first of all, they're not going to get anywhere in life if that's how they think. The ones who are thinking that way, they are not going to get anywhere in life if that is how they are thinking. They're thinking, I'm not, I'm not going to be able, nope, nope. By senior year, oh, they're going to pass me. Students learn they can pass by getting a packet from the teacher. Like I told him, I said, yeah, you can get a packet from me, but it is all of the assignments all those other kids have done. You're not passing my class with no special treatments. Oh no, you are gonna get all the 25 assignments I done gave them for that quarter. Y'all gonna get the same 25, 35 assignments that I gave them. I'm not giving you 5 assignments and you pass my class. And then some kids had to come here. They had to come to class. They had to participate in all of my lessons. And you just sit there, do 5 assignments where you guess all those multiple choice questions anyway, and I'm gonna pass you. Oh no. So that's what's wrong with that mindset. The mindset, they are lazy. They're not gonna get to be their best in the world. They will never be their best in the world if this is how they are approaching life. They're approaching work. They'll never be able to finish something. It's more like, let me start, but I'll never finish. That's if they continue with that mindset. But students have learned they can get by without all of the requirements. Look at what they did for the FSA, right? During the pandemic, it was like, well, the seniors, FSA is no longer required for y'all. Okay, cool. The following year, the following year, y'all, we had to get like 190 kids to the stage, okay, to walk across that stage. It was the hardest thing we've ever done. We had to work so hard to get 190 something odd kids to pass, to get across that stage. Even then, there were some tears because they learned, oh, in extreme circumstances, I might get that chance, the same chance they had last year. I might get it. That's not true. That's not true. That is not always true. And so, and I wish the parents would just push them, like push those students to do the best they can do. Push them so they can make it. So they can make it. You know, life is rough. We got to start teaching these kids how to make it in life. If this is the mindset, they're not going to make it. They are always expecting something bad to happen and they won't have to do what they need to do. Like that sucks. Like that sucks. That sucks. I think I'm gonna move on from that one. I don't even want to. No, that sucks. That's not good. That's bad. No. Whew. Number three. Number three, y'all. So parents learned how tough a teacher's job really is, right? So the parents learn how tough a teacher's job really is, and still, some of them don't care. A moment of silence. Just a moment of silence because education is dead because of parents. It's dead. You know, I watched my aunt who just came from Haiti a couple of years ago, and she came here with her daughter, and her daughter is 6, and her daughter loves school. I'm talking about love school. And then she love every time they send something at home, she got to ask me to translate it. Every event they're doing, she wants to participate. She want to make sure her baby is ready and everything. What happened to those parents? What happened to those parents? Why do they stop when the kids get to high school? Some of them never even started at all. Some of them never even started at all. But parents learn that it is tough teaching children. All throughout the pandemic, a lot of parents, they were like, I'm going to show these teachers that I can do their job. Okay, let me see you do your job and still go to work full time. I heard so many kids were being abused. Okay, so many kids were being abused during the pandemic because these parents were getting so frustrated. And I'm like, you don't think we're frustrated? We're frustrated. You can't deal with one kid acting a fool. Imagine having 35 of them in the classroom. My biggest class this year is 36. 36. Okay? They're not bad kids, but they have their days. They are loud. They're not disrespectful. Well, the only disrespect it is just that sometimes they do talk over me because I talk low. That's their disrespect. Which is probably why I don't give all these referrals because I mean, what am I gonna put on there? They talking over me? No, I just give Fs. Like, I'll just give them an F for you talking over me, so you didn't hear the instruction for the assignment. So guess what? You got an F. I can't. You were talking, and when I asked you to hush, what did you do? You talked. You talked. But a lot of parents, they couldn't deal with that. They could not deal with that class of 36. Every time people walk in my room and saw how full, I have a small classroom. The classroom is small. It's not big enough to hold 36 kids. I mean, it's okay. They can't move around though. They can't do what they need to do. So, you know, they couldn't handle it. So all of these parents, yeah, you find out, yeah, you can do your teacher's job with your kids. You can teach them, but can you really with everything you have going on? My thing is, after the pandemic, you think we would have some respect, right? We would have gotten some respect from parents. You think parents would care a little bit more, but no. Apparently, it doesn't work for them, right? It doesn't. It doesn't work for them to come to the school and help out. It doesn't work for them to contact the teachers about their kid's grade. Like, it doesn't work for them. So even though they learn that a teacher's job is tough, but they don't care. They just like, well, you went to school for that. This is their response. You went to school for that. I had a kid who told me that her mama was going to come to the school and beat my behind. And well, I'm not going to use the words that she used, but you get my drift. Okay? She said her mama was going to come to the school and beat my behind. Okay? And I said, "Oh, okay." So when I called the mama, and she was like, "I didn't say that." And plus, I told her that she needed to switch your class anyway. I called you to tell you that your kid threatened me. And I can shut all this down, ma'am. All of this down. Your kid cussed me out, called me all kinds of names in front of my entire quiet class. Mind you, the semester has been going on. The quarter, we were well over halfway through the quarter. Your child is new. Your child is the new kid around the block. All these kids in the classroom, they ready to square up and beat your kids behind. I'm over here sparing them from beating your child because your child is disrespecting me. Because usually that's how it is. If those kids like their teachers, or they are ready to go to war for their teacher. I'm watching these kids. One of them, she got so upset, she walked out of the room and she was like, "Miss, I can't take it. I can't take it. I don't know why she in there talking to you like that." I'm like, calm down, baby. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I'm over here trying to calm this whole class down from somebody who trying to go off at me. Like, I'm talking to you, ma'am. I'm telling you that your child is being very disrespectful. Okay? That girl has a potty mouth. And she's loud, and she loves to make a spectacle of herself. She enjoys the spotlight. Okay? She enjoyed the spotlight. And so I just started to ignore her. And when I started to ignore her, she hated that so much. She hates me ignoring her because I'm not giving her any attention. I'm not arguing with her. If she starts saying something, I start talking to somebody else. "Ma'am, don't you hear I'm talking to you?" First of all, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. You ain't talking to me. I never respond because I'm just like, okay, well, your mama said you need to get out of my class, so you need to get out of my class. Somebody need to take this girl out of my class. Well, she out now. But I'm just like, first of all, you a parent. When I call you with an issue like this, and that's how you respond. Wow. I got another one, and the parent said, "Well, if you don't know how to teach my child, you need to go find out." These are the parents we're dealing with. These are the parents that we are dealing with. And I wish we had the parents who, when you said the kid is being disrespectful, I would love it if when your child come home, you're like, "Okay, your teacher called me and said you said this and you did that. What happened?" Get their get their part of the story, because kids like to be heard as well. I'm not saying to believe everything I said. What I'm saying is listen to your child too. Hear your child point of the story. Excuse me, part of the story. Hear mine as the teacher, and then to make life better, get all of us in one room. I bet you your child can't lie. So what you gonna do? Lie to my face? How you gonna lie to my face? Can't lie to my face. Like, I'll call everybody else that was in that room. Can't lie to my face. But these parents, whew, Lord help us. Lord help us all. But hey, I'll do what I have to do. I will do what I have to do. Hey, if you give me the kid, you give me the kid. But I tell you that if they are disrespectful, I'm calling the union. I'm calling the union, and I'm going to say, because let me tell you something, the union will back up any teacher who decide they do not want to teach your kid because your child is being disrespectful Okay, it's being disrespectful and you're doing nothing about it. A teacher can refuse to teach your kid, because a lot of people think if I just call the district, they can just fire the teacher. No, that's not how it works. If I just call the school, they can just get the teacher removed and give my kid a new teacher. No, it doesn't matter how many different teachers come in that room. If your child is nasty, they're gonna continue to be nasty. If they don't know how to talk to people, they're gonna continue to talk to people disgustingly. Okay, they're gonna continue to do that. If your child does not know how to respect adults, they're going to continue to disrespect every adult that walk in that room. That's just them. So instead of figuring out ways to talk to the student and get them to fix themselves, no, y'all want to call the people, y'all want to call the big dog and try to get the teacher fired. No, the teacher just need to make one phone call. One phone call, and that is the union. You can't fire a teacher just because a kid is being disrespectful. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And I feel bad for education, period. Okay, and I'm gonna tell y'all here's why. I'm gonna tell y'all here's why I feel bad for the education world. Okay, um, listen, the school, they scared of the parents. Okay. The school, they scared of the parents. The parents, they scared of the kids. And the kids ain't scared of nobody. I don't think y'all heard me. The school scared of the parents. This is why they be jumping and try to do all kind of stuff to try to please these parents out here who could care less what we got going on, right? They don't even care. But we're running through loops, okay, to trying to please these parents who are scared of these kids. Why y'all scared of your own children? Why y'all scared of your own children? These children, why y'all scared of them? Why y'all scared of them? Y'all their parents. Y'all the parents. So these parents, they scared of the kids, and the kids ain't scared of nobody. And because the kids ain't scared of nobody, now we are living in a world where the future probably is going to be without education, or is going to have a lot of people that are less educated. Let me just rephrase that. The future is looking a lot more less educated. That's how it's going to be, because they're gonna start changing the school as people continue to be more disrespectful, and all the teachers keep quitting, and we have all these teacher shortage and everything else in between. Listen, the only schools, public schools, are going to start closing too. No, I didn't hear that from anywhere. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just saying that's what it looks like it's going to happen. You know, public schools going to start closing. You're only going to start having charter schools or private schools, and they all going to take all the good kids where the parents are actually going to help. They going to put some requirements on those parents that they have to fulfill. They will have to fulfill those requirements. And if they don't fulfill those requirements, your kid will be kicked out. No, your child can't come to the school and fight every other day, and you still expect us to not kick your child out. Nah, go on, get on out of here. You want to act a fool? Go act a fool down the street. Not in here. So y'all gonna be stuck teaching them anyway. So if you're a parent and you're watching this, I would suggest, talk to your children. Tell them how they should do better in school and stuff like that. Make people's lives easier, and that'll make your life easier. Then you won't have to teach them. But hey, if you're like, well, I can handle it, and I did it over the pandemic, and I can do it again, then baby, go ahead. Do you, honey? Do you, boo-boo? Do you. Okay. All right. I'm going to go to second to the last. So the second to the last one, it says everything is digital and it has a positive and a negative impact. If I have any young person that's in school that's watching this right now, I know they understand that. They understand that everything is digital. Everything is now digital. Okay? It is so digital. My curriculum this year changed from last year. Mostly digital. Everything is digital. I don't even collect papers like that. I don't collect papers like that. So guess what? The kids are going through. When I say they're going through, they are going through because everything is digital. They have to do the work online, Canvas, Blackboard, whatever the school district uses. The kids, everything is digital. Teachers, we've had to learn quite a few things. Report cards are due tomorrow, and I'm done with all of my grades. But as far as report cards, I don't even understand the system. Mind you, it's due tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I literally have to go find somebody who knows how to work the system so I can put the semester exam in there to send it in. I sent my grades in, but I thought I only had to send my grades in and they would do the rest, but no, they want us to do it. And I don't know how the system works. But everything is digital. Everything is digital. From everything teachers have to do to everything that the kids have to do. And because of that, it makes life easier and hard. Easier and hard. It's a positive way because you have access to everything. You know, if a kid missed school, they can make up the work like this real quickly. If they miss school. Anybody miss my class? Go on Canvas. All the assignments are there. I'm not giving assignments that are not online. They all are there. They can make up their work. There are so many great things about technology, but at the same time, there are some bad things. Bad things because technology has taken over our classrooms. I can be teaching right now. The kids are in the back playing games on the computers that are in the room, right? So I think they're following me, but they're playing games with each other. Okay, and a lot of times you only know when they all bust out laughing. And imagine a class of 36 kids. That class is so packed, okay? So packed to the point where if people are playing games, like I can't walk through all that to go see. It's 36 of y'all in here. By the time I get to you, because I have to get through everybody, by the time I get to you, you're on the page you're supposed to be in. But it definitely has impacted the classroom negatively. But it's not just the games. It's also the kids. They have their attention span is off a baby. It's like a baby. I mean, you can't keep them focused for 2 minutes. And I'm talking about high schoolers. I'm not talking about elementary kids. I hope y'all didn't think I was talking about elementary kids this whole time. Now I'm talking about big kids. Big kids. These are the ones who are going to be adults in 2 years. The ones who are going to contribute to the security, to the Social Security system that we're supposed to be getting taken care of with in the next 20 some odd years, right? 20, 30 something odd years, right? Because they're going to be the workers, but they're lazy. They just want to be on the computer doing everything else and not necessarily what you're asking them to do. And technology is a good thing in the classroom, but it's also the devil. It's Satan itself. Satan itself, and it done took over the classroom, whether it's good or bad. Now I can see there are so many great things about it. Oh my goodness. The projects that the kids can do. The immediate research projects you can make them do right there, right then. They can type their essays online. All of their assignments, they are online. For teachers, things are automatically graded like multiple choice questions. They are automatically graded. So a lot of things are good. But then you have the negatives. Whew. Mm, 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 mm. Now, another thing after the pandemic, this is number 4. Okay. Teachers want to work at home. I'm teachers. Hello. Hi. Hey, Glowsquad. I'm teachers. Yes. I want to work at home. Yes, I want to work at home. Let me teach at home. Because sometimes I don't understand what I'm doing in the classroom. I don't understand what I'm doing in the classroom. Them kids bad. They bad at disrespectfully or no. They drive me crazy. And so, yes, I want to work at home. Y'all know I live 35 minutes away from my job. Every morning I'm stuck in traffic. Every morning I am stuck in traffic. Every morning. I can never make it on time. I can never make it to work on time. I'm driving far to get to work, to get yelled at, cussed at, pushed on, and the people who are in charge not doing anything about it, like nothing about it at all. Could care less. It doesn't matter. And you can tell them. You can tell them, and they're gonna say, "All right, I'll talk to them." Okay, sure. I just got to the point now where I just don't say anything. I at this point I'm like, I guess I'll take the abuse. Let me go on about my business. Let me go on about my business, because one of these days I'm not gonna be here. I'm trying so hard not to be the person that just get to their like wits ends and they just like it's like the last straw and they just jump up and say, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I'm trying not to be that teacher. I'm trying not to be that person. I'm trying so hard not to be that person, but it's getting hard though. It's getting really really hard. Yeah. But yeah, I do want to work at home. I would rather work from home. I would rather teach from home. I still want to be a teacher, but I would teach from home. I would definitely teach from home. But nope. I'm in the classroom. Some people, they love it. They love being in the classroom. I mean, I love being in the classroom too. Don't get me wrong. But some days, no. Cause I get um not just the long drive. I gotta pay for gas. There are some people who are working from home. Can you imagine teaching from home? Like I could be cooking some dinner while I'm teaching. I could be cooking my lunch while I what. Listen, I would get so much done if I was at home. But the pandemic, that's actually a side effect. It's literally a side effect, right? It's a side effect. Teachers want to work from home. Cause baby, I would definitely work from home. And I would enjoy it too. I would love it. Sleep. I would love it. Sleep in until 2 minutes before the kids got along. Matter of fact, I would be laying down, logging on. The kids don't have to see me because I'm gonna be sharing my screen, my PowerPoint. I could be laying in my bed, sitting all the way back, and hey y'all, good morning. Listen, I don't have to get up so early. Don't have to cook too much. Like, it'll be great. It'll be great. Great. All right. So the last thing on my list for tonight. Now, I know I've touched on 5. Y'all know I got a list of 5. But the last one, I just could not. I couldn't leave this one out. The last one, I couldn't leave it out. It is everyone got ADHD after the pandemic. I want you to think about it. Think about it. Everybody got ADHD. Okay? Can't none of us focus. Can't none of us, the world, and it goes with, of course, it goes with the one that was earlier with the digital world, right? We're so used to seeing y'all. I don't know if y'all out there, you love to watch shorts, shorts and what's this other thing called, reels? Yeah, shorts and like reels and stuff like that. Like those, because you watch them so much, you start losing your attention span average. You start losing it. Where you could have sat in an hour and a half class and actually do your work, you are very, 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 very distracted. Very distracted from like any and everything that comes to you. You are very distracted. Your attention span is up a baby. You know, you can look at the screen, you can look at the board, see what you're supposed to do, and then all of a sudden, nope, you want to look at the screen. Nope, you want to do something else. No, you want to do, like, it's like you have no, you are not fixated on anything. And I'm not saying for you to be in a bubble. That is not what I'm saying. It's just that all of us, we are all over the place. I'm all over the place. I see my students all over the place. Parents are all over the place. A lot of people are all over the place. It is so hard to focus. It's so hard to focus on life. It's so hard to focus on doing things that you're supposed to be doing, because we all seem to have gotten ADHD over the pandemic. I know during the pandemic it was hard socially, right? Because we couldn't be with each other like we wanted to, and have fun and participate and, you know, do what we want to do. Like we couldn't do it. And so now, and we were, all we had was technology. We watch videos, we watch movies and everything else. So now guess what? We are overstimulated. Overstimulated. That's the problem now. That is the problem. That's what we're facing now. That is what we're dealing with now. All of us apparently got some type of ADHD. We can't focus. We can't do what we need to do. So I don't know what the world is looking like. I don't know what we're going to be doing. So we got to do what we got to do so we can focus and get our lives working. So this video, I do know this video was like long. I've been wanting to go live for the longest. I wanted to participate in this. And I'm glad I did my live. Now, there were definitely some times where some interruptions here and there. I told you guys that it would happen. Only, like, I just, when it comes to lives, I don't do lives well because of all of that, all the distractions and everything else in between. But yeah, so I'm just gonna recap all the things that I talked about real quick. So we talked about some things that that affect education after the pandemic, and here is the list of all of them. So students are behind. That was number one. Number two was students learn they can get by without all the requirements in extreme circumstances. Three, parents learn how tough a teacher's job is, or really is, and still don't care, or a lot of them still don't care. Number four, everything is digital and it has a positive and a negative impact. Okay. Number five, teachers want to work at home. And we want more money too. I forgot to say that earlier. We want more money too. So the teacher shortage is not necessarily that the teachers want to work at home, but they want more money. They want to get paid more. We don't get paid enough. Okay? But that's a whole hour on its own. Okay? And then the last one, everyone has ADHD. It's like can't nobody focus. Can't nobody do what they need to do. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So if you caught this video while it was live, hopefully you were able to participate while it was live. Hopefully you can you give your opinions or whatever the case might be. If you were here, if you hear while it's live, you can go ahead and say hello. If you are just catching this and it's not live, maybe you catching this, I don't know, 3 years later, or whatever the case might be. Send me an emoji, like a waving emoji, or send me a comment about anything that I've covered on today. You can send a comment. You can say what you need to say. Once again, like I be telling y'all, I'm not here to argue with anybody. Y'all can argue with y'all mammies. I'm not here to argue. This was just my opinion that I put on here. This was not a study that was done by anybody. Okay. This was not an expert kind of thing. This is my life. This is real experiences that I went through. And so I decided that I would share it with you all. Without further ado, thank you all for joining this live. See you all on the next video. Peace. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Yeah. It would be good if I knew how to end this live, right? Hi, y'all. I found it. So, peace. Bye.